to my channel. Today we are looking at a speed build of a beachside family microhome. I originally had this whole concept for this microhome, and then I went with something completely different. I think the one I was originally wanting to do, which was like these three separate rooms connected by a patio that's not on a foundation. For that, I need it to not be in Sulani because I need it to not be on much of a foundation. And as you can see here, like it automatically makes one to deal with like the wavy kind of sand terrain. So we ended up doing something else just for fun. I think it fits two people and a toddler. In my head, like the two people were best friends, or they could be parents. Like, feel free to use this house however you want. But yeah, I had like this idea for like two best friends who were sharing the care of like this little tot. I took a lot of inspiration from that swatch. That door is from Movie Hangout, and that pack is so much my aesthetic. It's so much like what I want to live in. Yeah, we use these little newts on the roof. I really like them. I don't think this type of roof shape would be super practical because like it probably isn't that great for rain flow. I mean, like maybe I guess it could just slide off. Oh, I love those sandal lights. I put them in as many builds as possible. I have some in real life, like not sandals, I think, but like I am a collector. Those like novelty lights. I have like flamingos and peppers and Christmas ones that are like little peppermint candy stars and butterflies. I just love those a lot. But yeah, doing a bit of landscaping at the front of the house. Yeah, just kind of trying to copy like that tree and like a bush piece that's like on the lot comes with the lot, and I really like it, so I wanted to work with it, not against it. So we kept it, and I tried to match the rest of the landscaping to it. Yeah, they have a boat they could use. Maybe one of them's like a fisherman, because I know that's one of the part-time jobs you can do. Yeah, maybe the other one works into town, so they have a bike to get to work. Yeah, raise those up. You can't tell when you're playing, but I just wanted them to show a bit better. So, peekaboo. And then, yeah, over here we've got like, oh, right. So I divided it into like one half of the outside is for like, it's a family space. And then the other half is more of like a social space. Like, everybody can go everywhere, but in theory, that's what I was going for. Adding some floaties. It's always hard for me to pick which one. Like, I love all of them. And I'm like, not every household needs one of each, but like, I need one of each. My soul needs one of each. Yeah, I decided to put spirits in this house. You can definitely remove that trait if you don't want to play with it. I just thought it was kind of fun. I haven't really used it much in my own gameplay, so I'm not actually quite sure what it does. But here we are placing part one of the bathroom. So this build doesn't have like a bathroom so much as it has like there's a shower outside, there's a toilet inside, and then like in its own little room-ish, like you'll see. And then there's a sink in the kitchen. So all the elements are there, but they're not all together. There is a bath for the toddler as well. I did not forget. It's just it's also an outdoors feature. So yeah, originally I was thinking it was just a single sim in here, so that's the current setup we've got going on. But it turns into more of like a parents or roommates with child situation in a bit. I use a lot of tiny living in here. I just think that like there's a lot of really good swatches from tiny living that fit in with Sulani. That's what I was going for. I love those pink curtains from, I want to say Vintage Glamour. I changed my mind a lot in this build. We keep the vibe, like, but it takes me a while to figure out where I want everything. Like I think at one point I want to shrink the kitchen. That doesn't last super long. The kitchen returns to its full size soon. There's dining space inside and outside. I don't think I put a high chair for the toddler, but there's two dining spaces for the adults. And when the kid grows up, they can, take their turn at the table or eat on the couch or what have you. There's also a dining space outside. So I put that pit so they can cook. It's kind of close to the plants outside, and I don't know if that's flammable. So just putting that out there. Might need to be moved. But yeah, so now it's like the two roommates set up, and I think I replace it with like a bed. But like if your Sims have a high enough friendship, I think they can share a bed and it's not a problem. Um, yeah, and just like turning that bed around. I didn't want the toddler to hit its head on the TV stand, but I wanted to fit some toys in, and so compromises were made. Yeah, this is kind of the setup we end up going with, I think. So they just like slip their little leggies under that TV stand, and as long as they don't like do high kicks in their sleep, it should be fine. But yeah, I thought this is kind of a playful family. They live in this tiny house on the beach, and so like maybe they drew on the walls a bit and got some decals, and like they don't really mind that there's no like separate kid space. I think when the kid grows up, there's gonna have to be some sort of changes made. Um, Maybe like an annex that you can add, or maybe someone sleeps in a tent outside. But that's I was gonna say that's not my problem, but like I guess it kind of is. I mean, you can also get rid of the toddler bed and not have a child. Like, follow your dreams, do what you want. But yeah, it took me a while to light the kitchen. I kept feeling like it was too dark, too light, too dark, too light. I don't even know if I'm ever satisfied. Like, I don't remember how this ends. Don't remember how the plot ends. So we'll see. But yeah, there's a trash can inside, trash can outside. So that's all well and functional. Yeah, this is what we end up with. So I know there's like, it's controversial to put double beds against the wall because no one's quite sure if the Sims can scoot or not. They could scoot at one point, then they couldn't. I hope they can. I mean, you can also like if you delete the bookshelf next to it, which you don't need because the TV is technically a bookshelf, and you center the Murphy bed, then they should be able to get on either side of it just fine. You'll see as I build, like I forget that it needs like a space. For the bed to come down, and I keep putting stuff there and then taking it away, being like, no, nothing fits there. Stop. um, yeah, I realize at this point that we don't have a dresser, and holy shit, that fucking thing. Look at him. Like, I hate it. Why does it do this? Is it like is that the parts, are those the parts of Blarfy that are non-negotiable? Like, is that what it needs in order to hug children or whatever? Like, is that like the skeleton of the, oh god. Anyway, I hate it. I hate it. I have nothing nice to say about Blarfy and Blarfy adjacent toys anymore. You're all dead to me. You're filled with spook. uh, I'm done with you. Just kidding. But that was a revelation. We will get, well, I don't know if we get rid of him or if we put him back to a usable size, but he doesn't haunt the build. He's gone by the time you download it. Like, just yeah, put one in and think of me, I guess. But yeah, there's the outdoor dining area, and we put some of these lights. I when I first got Island Living, I put a bunch of these lights on my balcony or patio or whatever, and then I turned my game on and I realized how noisy they are, and so I hadn't used them since. But it turns out that if you space them out like a normal person, then they're fine. It's just, I wouldn't recommend to anyone that you put 20 on like your 4x5 deck and hope to hear anything else. That was my bad, and I'm sorry. Yeah, there's like a little relaxing area here, a third chair in case they have someone over. Um, there's like that little poster wall in the kitchen. Yeah, just some decorative touches, and yeah. So I talked over the toilet room, but you see what I mean. And oh yes, and some laundry. So if you have the laundry pack, then you can do laundry. I like adding it to family homes as like an extra difficulty. But if you either don't have the pack or don't like playing with the pack, you can just feel free to delete those. Yeah, that's when I realized the kitchen doesn't have to be that tiny. It can be bigger. And part of that is that I wasn't sure if the top of the mini fridge counts as a counter. I still don't have an answer to that because I never checked. Um, but I thought I might as well, better be safe than sorry. And so I stretched the house back and added an empty counter for food prep purposes. I don't think we do much else. Yeah, we're about to go into screenshot soon. So I'll just say have a lovely day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.